this one I need you to be straight with me 100%. You don't want to start your career with a blemish.
I'm asking you to leave.
Don't put your hands on him.
I'm asking you to leave.
Who is he?
He can refuse identification.
He can refuse identification.
He hasn't committed a crime.
Sometimes it takes a bigger fish to catch the small one, and that's exactly what's happening in the first case where a rookie cop gets put in his place. This rookie cop started his shift and was sent back home to shave. He stopped at Walmart for supplies. He had forgotten his body cam back home, so went to get it. Then he did the dumbest thing and busted his own door down and reported it as a crime.
Southwatch is 5-6.
Rita Sari Dispatch. This is Katie. How can I help you?
Hey, Katie, this is 622. I just got back to my apartment, and I think somebody broke in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just, I need to have a unit come out here.
How old are you, Ski?
21.
21. You know how long I've been doing this?
Many years, sir.
23. So I'm pretty good about reading situations, you know what I mean? So I want you to know that first of all, you know, I can help you out if there's something else going on here, okay? But I need you as an officer to be 100% honest with me right now.
Yes, sir.
The supervisor was no stranger to rookies messing up and saw straight through his lies, but he was still giving him multiple chances to fess up.
Now, it's my understanding you were, when you called your mom, which you say was, you were sitting right here,
yes,
was at 642. At 642, you were in Walmart.
No, sir.
So, listen, Ski, this is the time, okay? This is a very important juncture in your life.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Where I want you to be 100% straight with me. If you messed up and you kicked your door because maybe you forgot your key, maybe because you were pissed off, stuff happens. If I was in a bind and I had to kick my door, I'd kick my door. Okay? That's when we gotta help each other out. If you make a mistake, you made a mistake. But this one I need you to be straight with me 100%. You don't want to start your career with a blemish. Okay? So there's other things that I haven't told you yet that lead me to believe you're not being 100% straight up with me.
The rookie said he was 21 years old. I think the minimum age somebody should be allowed to be a cop should be at least 25. This guy was way too young to be a responsible cop.
I looked at the boot patterns. What do you think I saw there? Okay, it's okay, it's not the end of the world, man, but I need you to be straight with me. Okay? Why did you kick it? Were you locked out?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. That's alright. But here's the thing, man, when you do something like that, especially in this career, you call your buddy, Munoz. Hey dude, I got locked out, I had to kick my freaking door, probably gonna be in trouble. So I'm assuming maybe you thought, what, that you were gonna have to pay for the door because you kicked it or what?
I knew that.
Yeah. Okay. So why did you kick it?
I did get locked.
You got locked out? And couldn't find your key, or it was in here?
All that was in here.
It was in here. Okay. Alright.
They noticed a child-sized boot print on the door and immediately knew it was him. I feel like I'm watching a child get scolded by his dad. He's definitely not ready to be a police officer.
I need you to take off your gear. Okay? So you can just put that down. You can just put your phone down or whatever. But I'm gonna take this from you. Okay? Is this triple? Is it a thumb release? Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and take all your gear off. Okay. Now keep in mind that this doesn't have to be the end of law enforcement for you, okay? This is a misdemeanor. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things, okay? You might have another shot in the future, but you can't start your career out with a false report, okay? It is a crime, all right? I think maybe, you know, you're 21 years old, and I'll tell you right now, I couldn't barely at a level of maturity where I was, okay? So I don't want you to beat yourself up about this, but these things happen. You know, you're young, you made a mistake, you made a bad call, and this could be an important life lesson to you, okay? But at the same time, now, that with our department anyway, your credibility, not so good, okay? I'm just being straight with you.
He got fired because the detective realized if he lied about this, imagine what he would lie about during an arrest. The guy lost his job, got a charge, and still has to pay for the door. Genius.
You want to keep that belt, or you want to just give it back to Pat?
I'll keep the belt. Yeah, because you said you didn't want it anymore, so.
Okay, no problem. Oh, wait, that, hold on. You can take your phone with you, bud. I'll let you use your phone while you're there. Okay.
I'll have him in boxes for on this side and the wallet on this side.
Your phone on this side?
One wallet and nothing in the front. Nothing on this side.
Okay.
Did you, I saw you were getting your mail. Is your house key on that same keychain?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you didn't put it in the car, right?
I don't think so. No.
Where'd you set your mail down at?
Back behind the TV.
Imagine lying to a cop who has been on the force before you were even born. Good thing this guy was arrested and fired. He would have abused his badge and been a source of humiliation for the entire PD. While this rookie got caught lying instantly, this next one got grilled for messing up by his senior at the spot. Brittany, who'd previously been assaulted by Officer Patrick Akers, saw him driving in New Braunfels, Texas on November 6, 2023, and well, let's just say she wasn't thrilled. Her reaction? A middle finger. Akers' response? Prepare for some serious overreach.
Boy Charles qualified 990. Boy Charles qualified 990.
So this is that female, Trevino. She flicks me off as I'm going back to back of my patrol car, fails the single left hand to go into the left lane. She flicks me off, so I just wanted a second to make contact with her. How's it going? Officer Akers, New Braunfels Police Department. Okay.
I know who you are.
That's fine. Well, the reason why you're being
over for flipping you off.
No, ma'am. The reason why
you are retaliating against me. You turned your sirens on and everything, ran over here like a crazy person.
Okay. Well, ma'am, the reason why you're being contacted is you failed to signal lane change when you flicked me off.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead and step out of the car. Step out of the car. I have 3 officers here.
He's hurt me before. Please don't let him.
Officer Akers' demeanor shifts notably the moment Brittany references their past interaction. His tone becomes defensive, and he repeatedly interrupts her attempts to explain the situation. This reaction suggests a consciousness of wrongdoing. However, the incident escalates further, and his anger continues to rise.
Yeah, would you mind, Henderson, go ahead and detain her in cuffs?
No, because he's done illegal to me.
Okay, all right. We'll just put him in the handcuff for me. You're under arrest for failed to signal lane change.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
Stay still.
I'm sorry. You guys just know this is bullshit.
We'll get it.
You want me to transport, or you think better?
Danny can do it.
Danny, would you mind just transporting? You don't have to do anything else other than transport.
It's only when a senior officer arrives, humbles Patrick, and teaches him a lesson. The officer asks him to turn off his body camera to spare him the embarrassment, so we have to rely on the audio from a phone call instead.
What's that? Yeah, she has a driver's license, but...
I'm gonna turn this off. You off?
Yeah, she has a driver's license, but...
Why are we arresting you for a traffic infraction?
Well, she comes down the street, comes right towards me. As I'm walking back by the car to do nothing, she flicks me off.
Mm-hmm.
And then as she does that, she gets on the lane, fails the signal lane change.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's going to be an issue?
Huh?
You think it's going to be an issue?
Given your history, right?
Yeah.
So, any other person you would write a ticket to, right?
Yeah.
So, that's how you have to treat every interaction. So, if you would normally write a ticket to this person for this is something that you would normally write a ticket for. Then it's write a ticket for.
Yeah. You want me to go ahead, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Procedure for the plate for Charles Paul 5990 for number 3 Volkswagen in Fort Worth Blue Post.
PD 35, cancel order. 217, can you bring it back up here? Can you take the handcuffs off? Alright, so let's write the ticket and go about it that way.
Sounds good.
All you're going to do is give her more ammo. Alright? Yep. So, write the ticket, fill it out.
The officers then try to explain everything to her and somehow end up blaming the whole thing on her. They don't even apologize for Officer Patrick's overreaction.
You're good to go. So I understand that you flicked the officer off. That's not... So my question was, did you flick the officer off?
Yes.
So here's the thing. Regardless of what your history is with Officer Akers, your intense hate caused you to flick him off, and then you committed a traffic violation. Okay? Had you just gone on about your day and not worried about flicking people off or anything like that, none of this would have happened.
I know, but...
It just... Oh, it did? No, I didn't. Let me get your signature on it. So here's the thing, right? Had you just gone on about your day, right? So your intense hatred is causing you to do other things that is drawing attention to you.
I understand.
You need to move on with your life. Man, move along.
At this point, the cop was literally just gaslighting her. Everyone has freedom of speech, and no matter how distasteful it may be, flipping off a cop is still her right.
I never ever could have happened in a million years. I never would have thought.
I'm not here to debate this situation with you. I watched the video. I know everything that occurred. Okay? I know about the court stuff, everything that occurred. If Officer Akers had done anything wrong, he wouldn't be here right now. Right? That's 100% true. It is. So, you need to move on and not be running around flipping people off. Right? I get it. That's your First Amendment if you want to flip people off. But what it did is it caused you to create a hazard to a traffic infraction right in front of an officer. Right? With your citation, we're all complete, so you're good to go whenever you want. But, correct?
I understand that bad things will happen to me if I do anything.
No, that's not what anybody's saying. Right? You flicking people off has caused you to do a traffic infraction right in front of an officer and caused you to get a ticket. You can choose to be defined by your past, or you can decide what you want your future to be, right? That's it. But if you choose to be defined by what happened to you in the past, then you will always continue to be that person. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
It only takes an educated police officer to shut up a tyrant.
Don't tell me what to do.
You have to calm
I
down.
asked you to leave.
I'm going to tell you what to do.
I know you're going to tell me what to do.
Don't
Leave.
touch me.
I'm asking
Lou,
you to leave.
Don't touch me.
Don't tell me what to do.
The one thing corrupt cops hate more than soggy donuts is getting recorded by a camera while abusing the law. These cases show just that, like this first unhinged lunatic. Auditor, Long Island Audit, visited the Village Hall at Atlantic Beach, New York to peacefully film and express his rights. What he didn't know was that an insufferable man had set his sights on him the moment he walked on premises.
Who are you?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't get your name.
No, what's your name?
No, I'm just asking for who are you, sir?
I work here. What's your name?
You work here? In what capacity?
Who are you? Do you work here?
Oh, no. I don't work here, no.
So then what are you doing here?
No, I would just like to know your name, sir. I'd like to know who I'm talking to. You said you work here, right?
I'm asking you the question. I'm not to tell you. What do you do? Do you belong here right now?
Sir, who are you? I don't know why are you speaking to me that way?
What's your name?
My name is Sean, Lou.
And what's your purpose of being here?
Well, I was trying to file a FOIL request.
A what?
A FOIL request? Do you know what that is, Lou?
Well, it's closed right now.
Well, they closed early. It's not 4 o'clock.
Yes, it is.
It's not. It's 3:59.
Okay, there's nobody here.
And they left at 3:54, I believe.
Am I leaving the premises right now? You don't belong here. Do I have to call the cops?
You can call whoever you want, Lou. I was trying to get services, and it's 3:59.
I'd be glad to help you, but there's nobody here.
The lights are on. The place isn't abandoned, and this security schmuck doesn't have the capacity to listen.
I would ask you not to put your hands on me.
I'm asking you to leave.
Don't put your hands on me.
I'm asking you to leave.
Lou, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Don't tell me what to do. Listen, I'm asking you to leave. They called me up.
I don't even know who you are, Lou.
I work. It doesn't matter who I am. I'm a code enforcer here. All right, part of the security.
Am I breaking any codes?
You're not supposed to be here. They're closed.
It's not closed.
Kindly leave.
It is not closed, Lou.
I said leave.
I'm trying to get services, Lou.
All right, come on. I'm asking you to leave.
Lou.
Then I'm asking you to leave. I'm asking you to leave.
Don't touch me.
I'm asking you to leave.
Don't touch me.
I'm asking you to leave.
Don't touch me, Lou.
I'm asking you to leave.
Calm down.
I'm asking you nicely to leave. Mary, what's this all about?
You gotta calm down, man.
Don't tell me what to do.
You have to calm down.
I asked you to leave.
I'm gonna tell you what to do.
I know you're gonna tell me what to do.
Calm down.
Who is this guy?
Calm down.
Who is this guy?
Do you know this unhinged man?
No. I'm asking you.
Do you know this unhinged man, Mary?
Please let it go.
What is wrong with you?
That's what I told him.
No, it wasn't closed. It just turned 4 o'clock. Call whoever you want. Call whoever you want, Lou.
I'm asking that they're closed. There's no reason for you to be here.
I was here when it was open.
Are they holding the launch codes inside the Village Hall or something? Why is the auditor such a huge threat and needs to leave? He paid taxes for this building.
It was calm down. You're acting like a psychopath. Can I believe that I'm trying to get services from the government?
There's nobody here.
It was 3:54 when I asked for services.
All right, stop.
You don't even know. You just came in here like an unhinged lunatic.
I asked you who you are. You wouldn't tell me. You questioned me. I work here. You don't belong.
Oh, how dare I question you, right, Lou? How dare I question you?
I'm questioning you.
How dare I? How dare? I'll be right here. I'll be right here, Lou.
Stop. And what happened?
What a complete unhinged. That man is code enforcement. He goes to people's homes and enforces code in the village of Atlantic Beach. Are you kidding me? I'll take an apology now, Lou.
Go fuck yourself. How's that?
Excuse me?
That's right. You heard what I said. Go fuck yourself.
Excuse me? I'll take an apology.
Have a nice day. Go get an apology. Go stick it up your ass. Yeah, go asshole.
Put your seatbelt on, Lou. You gotta put your seatbelt on. I'm the whack job. Put your seatbelt on, Lou. Lou, put your seatbelt on. Come on, man. You gotta follow the law. You gotta follow the law, Lou.
I can't even begin to imagine opening my door to a deranged man screaming down on me, enforcing code. The lunatic just phoned home, so now there's 2 of them.
You're not parked.
Vinny, this is Sean.
What's the problem?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
What's your name, sir?
Doesn't matter. What's the problem?
What's your name? Your name doesn't matter?
What's your name?
Your name doesn't matter?
What is your name?
Is it with like...
What is your name?
Officer, inspector doesn't matter?
What is your name?
Sir, I'm asking you what your name is. You said is your name doesn't matter?
My name is Vincent Amoroso. What is your name?
My name is Sean.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Sean, just Sean?
Yeah, just Sean.
Sean from where?
Sean from Earth.
Okay. So
I'm
what
just
seems
here.
to be the problem?
I don't have any problem. I think are you? Yeah, you can call them. Go ahead, Vinny. Yeah, go ahead.
What seems to be the problem?
Go ahead. Call who you need to call. If you feel safe. I'm unsafe. I mean, that's your right.
I feel perfectly fine. I want to know what the problem is.
Enforcement has arrived. Hey, officer, how are you?
Officer DeConzo 3485, Nassau County. How are you?
Thank you for identifying yourself. I appreciate it. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I didn't call you. Vincent here, the inspector, called you. Apparently he thinks I'm trespassing.
Inside the building after the building was closed, refused to leave. Our security officer asked him to leave, which he declined to do. So after conversation between these two, me as his supervisor.
Oh, you are his supervisor. So you're a liar as well.
Alleviate the situation.
Basically, both the security enforcers cried the same fake story to the officer, after which the auditor told his side.
I was under the impression that it was 5 o'clock, but either way, it wasn't 4 o'clock. It was 3:54, and I said, ma'am, you're closing early.
Do you still want to file a request?
I wanted to. That's my goal. That's my goal here today, but they left early. Again, they said they can leave whenever they want and do whatever they want, and they don't answer to nobody. Vincent here says that even though he's paid by taxpayer dollars, he's only looking out for himself, and he does whatever he wants to do. He decided to call you. There was people still in the building. As soon as the clock struck 4 o'clock, I left the building.
What can he do is FOIL request electronically, which I'm sure he knows. Or he could come in during normal business hours, which are from 8 to 4. However, if the office deems necessary to close early, we don't have to tell him that we're closing early. We can leave early.
Well, I was here when it was still open, sir.
But obviously, if the village clerk was closing the door and said you'll have to come back.
You're acting like I broke into Village Hall or something.
This officer identified him right away as he came to the scene. He showed promise, and rightfully so, he proceeded to shut up the security enforcers real good.
I get that. I get it's closed now. I'm investigating. That's all I'm doing here. I was in the area anyway, so I decided to come down and investigate. I'm sure I investigate, police departments, village halls, everywhere. So it's just part of my job.
As far as I know, you're just doing what you can do. That's fine.
Right. That's it, sir. Come on. Be reasonable. I walked inside of a village hall. That's starting problems. Wait till you see the video and how this maniac acted. Really? I don't use that word lightly. I don't use it lightly. I don't use it lightly, sir. You've called me a moron, whatever else you called me today, sir. I don't use the word maniac lightly, and when you see the video, I told you I'd send it to you.
Identification wouldn't even do that.
Sir, you're not a law enforcement officer. Did he ask me for identification? Did he ask me for identification? Because he knows his job, sir.
I asked you to leave, and you refused to. Identification. You call me anything you want.
Now they're putting you in a predicament, aren't they?
Who is it?
He can refuse identification.
He can refuse identification.
He hasn't committed a crime.
Well, there you go. It only takes one good, educated cop to shut up all these nasty wannabe cops working at our government institutions. But now Lou was just being a crybaby.
I'm not going to let him diffuse or twist the story. It was past 4 o'clock.
It's on video, sir.
It was past 4 o'clock. I asked him to refuse.
You're lying.
There was nobody in the...
Go ahead. Keep lying.
Then you're a liar.
How?
Well, then you can
It's
call
all
me a liar.
recorded.
You're a damn liar. You go say whatever you want to say on that. I asked you your things, okay?
You've made that clear.
I work here.
Right.
I asked
There
you
you
to
go.
leave. Very simple. You refused. Okay? I didn't take force. I wouldn't do that. But I asked you if I had to call I was going to do that. I asked you nicely.
You guys can always call me. Just call me up and I'll help you out. All right?
Again,
Get everybody where they need to be.
if he was asked to leave after 4 o'clock,
That's
he is
understandable.
trespassing. That's it. That's all. I was going on
It
trip.
wasn't after 4 o'clock.
You understand that if it's past closing time?
Right.
The officer was understandably upset. Two know-it-all buffoons just wasted his time over their petty egos. At least these two code enforcers got a shut-up call, and now they'd be more vigilant not to mess with the ones who pay their salaries. The last cop was educated enough, but this next one openly went against Texas laws.
This is the safest in Texas with a population over 25,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
well,
So hold on. What I'm trying to say is we didn't achieve that by everybody showing their guns walking around the streets.
On June 26, 2013, YouTuber Don't Comply planned a safe, open-carry rifle walk in his Little Elm, Texas neighborhood to raise awareness of its legality. Despite notifying police of his demonstration, they arrived to argue with him rather than to provide security.
How you doing? Sanford Police Department.
Hey, good to meet you.
Mr. Horton?
Yes.
All right.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Excellent.
What's going on today, buddy?
Oh, we're just doing a normal Second Amendment exercise. We're going to walk around the neighborhood with my rifle slung over my back, pointed down with a chamber flag in the chamber.
Okay. So, what are we attempting to achieve here?
We're helping to show the general public that it's a perfectly legal activity in the state of Texas to open carry long guns.
And you think that your display is going to achieve that?
It definitely will.
Who's this?
Because that's my wife.
Okay.
So at the time that people that may not understand that it's a legal activity call into, say they moved here from New York and they come and call the 911 and they get a dispatcher and says, hey, there's a guy walking with a gun.
I got you.
Wouldn't the simple dialogue be, wouldn't the dialogue be, well, is he wielding around? Is he threatening anyone with it? No, he's not? Okay, well, that's perfectly legal in Texas.
He took all safety precautions. This is a constitutionally protected act, but it's because the cop doesn't like it. That's why he isn't going to allow it.
As the safest in Texas with a population over 25,000.
Yeah,
okay.
well,
so hold on. What I'm trying to say is we didn't achieve that by everybody showing their guns, walking around the streets in order to do that. Okay, and I don't believe that you doing that is gonna achieve that.
In the first month that we lived here, our house was broken into, and
I was the one that took the report.
Yeah, the back door got kicked wide open, and so it's not the safest neighborhood in my eyes because I've been a victim of those crimes.
I believe Officer Nordman has already explained the disorderly conduct law.
Okay. Now,
has he?
Now, are you going to say that I calculated to cause alarm by walking with it slung to my back in a proper?
We're giving you forewarning that it's going to cause an alarm. Okay, and I guarantee you, we're going to get about 100 calls.
And then
yeah. And listen to me. You're a law-abiding citizen. I respect you. Okay. I'm a law-abiding citizen, or else I want to be in the position that I am.
Right.
Okay. I love guns. I've got my own collection. I don't see that it's fit for me to be walking around my own neighborhood showing guns. I would understand if you were in Kabul, Afghanistan.
Yeah.
It's a different story.
And that's an opinion.
Right, and it's my opinion, and that's what we're having here. It's just an opinionated talk between us. Okay. Two grown men. Okay.
Right.
Who both have the exact same rights.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If it's just a difference of opinion, then educate the people about the Constitution when you get those 100 calls. The residents should know the law of their state.
But I'm sure you've heard the saying before, just because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should. Does that make sense?
I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see why we should.
So just because you can use the N-word, should you be going around town blasting it left and right?
Well, I guess I could.
You could. It's a First Amendment, but is it really in good taste to do it?
I don't see how the law.
I don't think so.
I don't see how the law enforcement of this town has anything to do with taste. I think it should rely on.
Believe it or not, a lot of it has to do with taste, on how we present ourselves to people, how we treat people.
Sure.
We can be like New York officers and be cruel and corrupt and ugly to the citizens, but we're not. We choose not to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're here to serve you guys.
Okay.
All right. You want to practice your Second Amendment right? By all means, go ahead.
Great.
Okay.
So,
but as soon as you come within the confines of a law that you violate, you're going to go to jail.
Right.
So saying the N-word openly is as offensive as legally carrying a firearm? Wisdom is chasing this officer, but he's faster.
If I have a right to open carry my gun,
I'm asking you a
how
question.
do I do it without?
Just answer my question, please. You don't think that that's going to cause an alarm?
I don't think in a well-educated public that it will cause an alarm.
Do you think our public's educated?
And I don't think it should cause an alarm.
You obviously don't think our public's educated because you're saying that you're wanting to educate.
We are helping to educate.
So we've got an uneducated public through what you've said. So that's going to cause an alarm, sir.
Well,
I'm just saying.
The issue is this. I have the right to open carry a long gun. What manner, in your eyes, is not calculated to cause an alarm?
Wouldn't even carry it. I wouldn't even put myself in that situation.
No, I'm asking what is the way to do it?
I wouldn't do it.
So you're saying that it's not legal?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying.
Well, you're saying if I do something that's
you're
legal,
trying to put words in my mouth.
I'll be arrested.
Hold on, Mr. Horton. Come on,
Okay.
let's keep this civil, okay? All right.
Yeah, but you're just talking in circles around the issue that I'm going to be arrested for disorderly conduct for doing something that is legal.
So basically, he will be arrested not because he's doing something illegal, but because this cop thinks it's wrong. Indirectly, the cop is threatening him.
And you don't know? Do you know all your neighbors all the way down the street? Do you know every single neighbor down the street?
No, I know a couple of them.
Let's say a guy 4 or 5 houses down, right? This time of day, you're out front with kids and everything like that. Comes walking by with a rifle, and you don't know him from Adam.
Okay.
You're gonna be totally fine with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's not gonna ring an alarm at all.
If he's walking in a normal manner with it slung like any responsible person would do, if he's got it, at the ready and he's got his hands on it like this, then sure. But just, some years back, little kids would sling their shotgun over their shoulder and ride their bicycle down the road, right down Buckner in Dallas, and go and shoot cans in a creek.
I would understand if you would be down in Oak Cliff, Dallas, or something like to that effect, wanting to do this, but this is a perfectly safe neighborhood.
Instead of arguing with this guy, the cop should try to rile up support to make open carry illegal. Until it's not, he should follow the laws.
And that's how I explained earlier, our community...
Well, it's not.
You don't have people walking around left and right carrying guns, so this isn't an accepted norm in our society.
Well, we're going to make it the norm here then. We're going to get groups of people and we're going to do it every day. If it has to come to that. We did that in Temple. There was an incident in Temple, and I brought 500 people down there, and we walked right through the entire town with all of our ARs and AKs on.
Yeah, I'm sure you were abiding by every single law that there was.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And I'm abiding by the law by walking down the street here in the same exact way.
Temple is a different city altogether than Little Elm.
Well, yes, Temple is a different city than Little Elm. But we went there and did that because of the officers not respecting our Second Amendment.
Perfectly safe but uneducated neighborhood.
By you carrying a firearm out there is going to put people in fear for their own safety. Just to be quite frank with you.
It'd make them uneasy, is what you're saying?
Right. And it troubles me that you don't see it the same way.
Well, then I guess that, that maybe the police should do some sort of public educational classes so that when this arises, you aren't getting the hundreds of calls. Maybe that when they call the dispatchers talk to them. Maybe you can hold some public events and talk about it at your city councils.
Yeah, maybe we could, but that's nothing that's going to get done this afternoon.
An uneducated firearms individual isn't going to see that. All they're going to see is a man walking down the street with a rifle in a neighborhood full of kids. That's all they're going to see.
Well, what I'm hearing from you is that
if you violate the law, you'll be arrested. Yes.
Well, what I'm hearing from you is that if I try to exercise my Second Amendment right and open carry a rifle down my road, that you will arrest me for disorderly conduct.
I'm saying
and
that
then,
it causes the alarm.
And you're giving me no alternative way to exercise that Second Amendment right.
I don't have that answer for you.
Right. You're not giving me any alternative to exercise that right.
I said, don't do it.
Don't exercise my Second Amendment right is what you're telling me.
You have the right to carry it.
No, he just said don't do it.
You don't have the right to alarm the citizens of the city.
Okay.
Two separate things.
Well, they're not, because they're turning into the same thing.
Do you like to feel safe in your own home?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't you think everybody else should deserve the same right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I've got guns, I've got cameras, I've got everything that I need.
You'll be infringing upon that.
No, I won't.
By doing this?
No, I won't.
Sometimes a guy with a camera is all you need for a supervisor to see how dumb his deputy is.
I said, would you like him trespass from your property? They said yes. So then I came outside here.
So you solicited a trespass without doing your investigation?
I'm out here with someone that I do not know who I'm out here with. I'm not going to get distracted in a cell phone or a computer.
To read the law? You'd rather just arrest me?
I don't need to read the law.
It takes someone with strong wit and determination to put cops in their place. And these idiots really needed a schooling in the law. Just like our first deputies who violated the guy's Fourth Amendment rights and lied to him. On the 30th of August, 2024, an auditor was minding his own business filming people on the sidewalk. The manager of the store he was in front of didn't like that and called the cops on him.
Good. So we just got a call from Jolly Pumpkin here saying that they don't want you to videotape in this area right here.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
Am I committing a crime?
So they just want you to be moved along from the premises.
Okay.
Have you been trespassing?
No, I'm not even on their property.
So this is Jolly Pumpkin's property right here.
The public sidewalk is their property? I mean, they clearly broke off what they're using.
This is for seating right here.
This is...
Hey, what's up, bro? You mind if I see your ID?
Have I done something wrong?
So they just want you moved along, so we don't know if it's up to go in there and ask them if they want you trespassing or not to being on the property. I'm not trying to make it hard for you at all.
I'm not trying to either. I just really believe that I'm on public property, not their property, and therefore I'm not committing a crime. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm taking pictures in public, which is a First Amendment right. I know. Therefore, I shouldn't be. It shouldn't be ID'd. I shouldn't be trespassed. I shouldn't be anything. I don't. This is where I'm at. I mean,
yeah, I understand. Ultimately, they just don't want you on their property anymore because it can kind of make other people feel uncomfortable in the area. It's making staff feel uncomfortable.
To stop the trespass, I'll move down to the end of their barrel.
The guy wasn't even pointing his camera at the store. The store owners just wanted to make a scene, I guess. While this cop talks to him, the other one visits the manager inside.
We have your candy box right here, okay? Here you go. You're welcome.
Hi. Are you the one that called on him? Okay. You want him trespassed?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Of course.
All right, my man. You got your ID on you?
Have I broken the law?
No, they want you trespassed, so therefore we have the right to ID you.
I have a right to leave then, right?
No. You are now being detained because you are going to be trespassed. I need to identify you before you're trespassed. In order to write you, your trespass notice.
That's good they took the glasses off, man.
Alright. So you're going to trespass me from this sidewalk?
Yeah, you want me to trespass. What's that? No, you're trespassed from this establishment.
But I'm not in the establishment.
They have the right to trespass you.
I've never been on their property.
They have the right to trespass you.
So I can stay here.
The sidewalk is public.
So I can stay here.
You have
You're
a First
just
Amendment
trespassing me from walking inside. Okay.
Is that the one from Starbucks?
Right?
If they would like you trespassed, you're trespassing.
If the field house across the street calls you and says they want me trespassed because I'm on a sidewalk, you're going to do it?
Sure.
So anybody,
I highly doubt that
trust anybody off of the sidewalk.
I highly doubt that the field house would call and have you trespass just because you're standing on a sidewalk.
I felt the same way about the Jolly Pumpkin.
Okay.
But that's being proved wrong.
Okay.
It's interesting to note that Officer Sermon's LinkedIn shows that he's had a BA in both criminal justice and psychology, along with a minor in law, justice, and public policy. He's an educated idiot. Only now does he start to investigate.
Okay. All right, I'll go ask them then and establish if he ever entered onto, so like past the barrels, that would be their property, right?
Products are responding 3500 College.
Okay.
Willows for a 43-year-old female that slipped and
Okay.
injured.
All right, sounds good. He's calling you over here. Did you know that? Okay. All right, sounds good. I'll go inside with them and double check. All right. I don't know. I think he's just one of those First Amendment guys. You all? So what has he been doing the whole time? As he came inside, as he came up to the door?
No, he's been where he was at, but he's recording all of my guests and they're putting like menus on their faces and he will not stop recording them and they keep telling him to stop and he will not stop. He told me he was doing an investigation but couldn't tell me anything about anything. And he will not stop. And I said, okay, I'm ready to call the police, see what's going on. He's like, do you think the police will stop me? I said, I guess I'll find out.
Okay. So
He's on my property, I can't get for trespassing, right?
So it's kind of a gray line because he's right in front of your establishment, but he never entered it. But the sidewalk is public property. I'm gonna have another chat with my sergeant and see. I am kind of also trying to mediate between you and between him, and trying to find like if he can just move a block down so that he's done bothering you and then he doesn't have to be trespassed. That would be.
He simply told me he would not stop recording, so he's not going to stop recording. One of my guests is getting uncomfortable, and that's not good for my business, obviously, or my guests.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay.
Karen, the store manager, obviously isn't using her brain. I think she took personal offense to the shirt the guy was wearing. While Sermon chatted with the manager, this is what the sergeant had to say.
Can I answer any questions for you? How am I being trespassed off a property I never stepped foot on?
We're not trespassing.
That's what they told me, and that's what they used to get my ID from me.
No, we're not going to trespass. We're making
sure it was just getting my ID. We're not a stop and ID state. I was breaking no law. They told me I had to.
We're not trespassing to you inside.
No, but you broke my Fourth Amendment right.
The establishment thought you were on their property.
No, they didn't.
That's what they told them.
And I told it, and during the investigation, I clearly stated where I was. I even offered to walk down there.
Private establishments. Private establishments can.
No, but I do like them. Have a good day.
He doesn't do a good job. Private establishments can trespass you. Correct?
If I'm on their property.
And private establishments can trespass you.
If I'm on their property, correct?
Yeah, that's what.
And I was never on their property. Your cops used a trespass warning threat to get my ID from me. Now they got it. Everything's fine now, right?
It's all day today. Nobody wants to let anyone talk.
What happened if I didn't? What happened if I refused to give my ID to your officer?
Did you commit a crime? They'd have to determine if you committed a crime.
They told me I did. They told me I was being trespassed, and they needed my ID to trespass me.
Okay.
Repeatedly, they said it. I have it.
Okay. Would you like to show it to me?
This officer thought that there was no chance in hell he'd be allowed to move from a public sidewalk, but his other officer already did that. Let's see what happens when he comes back.
Hey, Joseph, can we find a way to mediate this where there's not issues between you and Jolly Punk?
Well, right now my issue is with you guys forcing me to give you my ID.
Okay, I am investigating a possible trespass. Okay, I have reasonable suspicion to ID you because a crime is afoot.
You had reasonable.
I don't know when I come
we have
on
to
scene
talk
and
to
I make
everybody
contact
to
with you.
determine if you were inside or on there.
And he did go in and talk. Did they lie? Did they lie to you? No, you went inside before you took my ID. You went inside and talked to them.
I said, would you like him trespass from your property? They said yes. So then I came outside here.
So you solicited a trespass without doing your investigation, is what you...
Are you willing to have a conversation with me or no?
You just said you went inside to find out if
Correct.
I went on their property, but you went inside and said, do you want him trespassed?
Them calling us is giving us the reasonable suspicion to make contact with you, correct?
No, I can call the cops on them.
Yeah, we can go talk.
We can
go talk.
Yes, 100%.
And investigate it.
Why would you? I mean, what are they doing wrong? I can see from here.
Well, what are you doing?
All they're doing is being
They
beautiful.
called us for trespassing.
The sergeant realized that Sermon was being dumb, so he went to investigate the manager himself.
Where was he?
He's right up front here. He's on the sidewalk. Yeah, he was.
Okay. It's not a crime.
I know. But he's harassing my guests. If he's outside of my patio, they're all gone because he would not stop recording them.
So those are things you need to tell us, because that's
I did. I called the person on the phone. I told them that.
Okay, they didn't tell us that.
Okay, then yes, he would not stop recording them. They had
So you as the manager is saying that he's harassing the guests.
Yes.
They left.
Yes.
You physically observed him in their face getting next to each other or something?
They put menus in front of their faces. He would not stop recording them. They asked him to stop. He said he would not stop. I asked him what he was doing. He said he was doing an investigation. He couldn't tell me any information on it. I said, okay. I said, we can't get in front of these guests. They clearly don't want you to. Like, they're uncomfortable. He said, I will not stop. I said, well, I guess I might have to call the police. He said, do you think they'll stop me? I said, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
We'll talk to him about that. What's your first name?
Mary.
And you're here for a little bit longer?
All day. Yeah, okay. All day.
That's what the call is.
Right. So you should have never even talked to me. When you see me driving by, went, oh wow, that's guys in public taking pictures.
How do I know?
Can I have my ID back?
Can we find a way to mediate this where there's not an issue between you and Jolly Pumpkin?
Arrest me.
Why would you want that to happen? Why would I want to do that?
Well, as of right now, I mean, that's the only way you're going to get me to leave. If you want to arrest me for being on public property, and then you can appease their feelings, make them feel better.
That's not my goal. That's not my
well, it's not my goal either.
Okay, so that's why I'm asking. Can we be adults about this, and can we mediate to where they're happy and you're not recording their customers, and you just move down the block, down to that tree, and you record the sidewalk, whatever else from over in there?
I'm not going to coddle the feelings. I was never on their property. First Amendment, you heard of that one? Right? Silence is usually taken as a no. Anyway, what do you want to do here?
I told you what I want to do. I would like to mediate the situation between you and Jolly Pumpkin.
Well, earlier I offered to move down off of the sidewalk in front of their property.
I do not recall that.
Well, do you? No? Okay, well. I offered to move down there, but you were consent with the,
I don't know if I was inside during that. I do not recall that. I apologize for not recalling that. Can we do that now?
Sermon was lying again. Let me refresh your memory a bit.
All right, my man. You got your ID on you?
Have I broken the law?
No, they want you trespass, so therefore we have the right to ID.
I have a right to leave then, right?
No. You are now being detained because you are going to be trespassed.
Sermon sure can't recall, but his body cam footage has a great memory. And this moment also tells us the importance of always recording a police interaction you are involved in. You never know when they might go back on their words or worse, turn their body cam off.
Have they been educated, Sarge?
About you being allowed to film publicly?
Yes.
But guests have left because they felt uncomfortable with you getting in their face. They even covered up their faces, I was told. So now we're looking at harassment too, sir.
The camera's not harassment. I didn't talk to him.
Yeah, but that's what the
I
manager
didn't talk
said.
to him.
So that's what she said. They lost guests because they felt harassed by you.
Based off of how they feel, not based off of how you feel. If they feel harassed in a reasonable
that is a crime as well.
It's based off of law.
Yes, harassment is a crime.
The law is if they feel harassed, a reasonable person will feel harassed. That is harassed. You feel harassed right now. Do I know this? Are you a reasonable person? Okay, well, I'm doing more right now with you than I was then because I wasn't even talking to them. But it's how they feel, not how I feel. You just said a reasonable person, and you're a reasonable person. I'm feeling that maybe they were unreasonable in their expectations of privacy.
And that's where you can.
They could have sat inside, sir.
But they didn't want to. They covered their faces. I was told by the manager, and they left because they're not happy with that. They said they asked you to stop, and there was a little disagreement between you and the guests.
Nope.
That's what I was told.
I didn't say a word.
That's what I was told. So they said they covered their faces, and then they left because they didn't want to be filmed. So I don't know how anybody can feel a certain way, right? You can feel a certain way, they can feel a certain way, and people have the right to feel that way. If they feel a certain way, they feel harassed by you, they can feel that way, correct?
Well, what I'm hearing though is a lot of feelings. Feelings.
That's their feelings. I don't control people's feelings. So we can ask them, but they left. It'd be really nice to ask them, but they left. So, do you have any other questions for us?
Are you done harassing me? Are you telling me that I have to leave?
I never told you that you had to leave. I told you could stay right there.
Okay, well, you wanted to become an amicable situation where they were happy and I was happy.
Correct, I did do that. You are correct. I did do that, and I asked you if you could stand over there. Yes, you are right. I did do that. I never ordered you to leave.
They could have said, that's their business, that's the people that want to see.
You're in public. I'm sorry. Would you like to move inside? I can do that. Create your own privacy. If you don't want to be filmed in public or seen in public, maybe you shouldn't sit outside.
People allowed to sit there and ask you to not film them and not be upset by it. Can they be upset?
Can they? Sure. Can they call the cops and threaten a trespass? You know? Men with guns came because of a guy with camera. Breaking news. 3.
That's not why.
3.
I'm the supervisor, and I was going at you too.
I appreciate you showing up because I don't trust these two. Not the way they were going. And can I have your card? Sure. I'll send you a copy later.
And not everyone is always educated around here as well in their calling piece. So we try to do that. And that's part of what this is, the education. They didn't want to talk to me about it, though. They wanted to talk to you about it, so you had to do the education. When I go to a restaurant, I don't want to talk to people walking by. I don't even want you to show up. Tell dispatch. He's a guy with a camera.
The manager just wasted city resources over a guy with a camera, and what the auditor said was in fact true. If you don't want to be filmed by someone in public, don't be in public. Unfortunately for the manager, the auditor was not removed and he continued filming. The next case also involved a Karen who called the police after seeing a dog left in a car parked in a Walmart parking lot. On June 28, 2023, a man parked his car and left to shop in a Walmart in Texas. Before leaving, he cranked up the AC until the car was at a chill temperature. A Karen caller complained about a dog in the car and called the police. Moments later, Officer Haley arrived on scene.
Hi, baby. You okay? Huh? Is this your car? Yeah. Okay. I was this close to breaking the window out. It's 95 degrees. It means it's over 100 inside the vehicle.
I've been in there.
The windows have to be cracked. There's got to be something.
I was trying to keep the air conditioning in for him because I literally.
Okay, go to open that door for and crack the windows open for the dog, and I need your driver's license, please. $428. I'm out with the vehicle owner. Hi. Okay. Hi.
You can feel it's not.
It's 95 degrees.
If it's inside, it means the AC. And trust me, I love my dog.
The car isn't running.
I take him with me everywhere.
Okay, I just need to see the driver's license.
I don't have one with me.
Do I have any ID with you?
No.
You know your driver's license number?
What I do wrong?
This is a criminal offense. Okay.
What is criminal offense?
For animal neglect and abuse, yes.
No, I do not abuse and neglect my animal.
Okay.
I need a supervisor.
Okay.
No.
Driver's license?
I need a supervisor, please.
What is your driver's license?
Please, I need a supervisor.
I don't have one on duty right now.
She didn't even check the temperature in the car and started writing his details down for animal neglect. The man demanded a supervisor since he could tell that this officer couldn't take no for an answer.
Supervisor's turning back around and he's going to come out.
I would never beat my dog. I would just, it's not.
This is some of the worst temps. It's 95 degrees outside. That doesn't matter. It's.
If I cracked the windows, that would let the 95 degree air in. I literally had it freezing cold in there before I shut the car.
I'm responding out to a call, okay?
Sure, I understand.
And this is me responding. I'm not telling you you're a bad dog, a dog owner, or anything like that.
Well, yeah,
I am here because I still have to do my job. I have to identify you now, okay? Because I'm out here for an offense.
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'll let you talk to the supervisor when he gets out here. Hey.
Hello.
This is not the supervisor. This is a cover officer. This is my supervisor right here.
How's it going? How you doing? How you doing? Sergeant Tyler.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Crossroads Police Fire. Just show you that I'm Sergeant Tyler. Would you like to see my ID also?
I'm sure if they got for you, they.
Okay. Okay. So, what did you speak to me about?
Well, she, I guess, got a call about my dog.
Yes, sir, we did.
I parked the car, and I had it freezing cold in there. I literally got it just sitting there.
Okay.
I got it freezing cold.
Okay.
It's not sunny anymore.
Okay.
So it's not, radiating heat or anything like that.
Okay.
And I went inside. I've been in there for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And, I mean, what did I do wrong?
Okay. So when we get a call for service,
okay,
and especially when we do contact somebody, we do need to identify a person.
That's law.
Hang on, I'm not done. Let me finish speaking, okay?
Sure.
Now, we don't know you had your car at sub-0 degrees earlier today.
Sure.
We have no idea.
Right.
But somebody did call and say, hey, there's an animal left in the vehicle. It is hot outside. And the animal looks like it's in distress.
Right. And you came here investigated and figured in distress.
Right.
I don't know about that. But you came here investigated.
That's
realized.
That's what's relayed to us.
That's what relayed to us.
Both officers are lying in this situation. Have a listen to the initial call yourself.
I'm calling because somebody got their dog in the car and the windows is rolled up and it's hot out here.
Okay, what kind of vehicle is it?
It's a gray Chrysler 200.
And where's it parked?
It's parked towards the grocery end between aisle 3 and 4.
Okay, thank you very much. I've got this information put out for the Crossroads Police Department.
All right, thank you.
Nowhere does the caller say that the dog seemed in distress or the dog was fainting or panting. At this point, they are trying to arrest the man unlawfully. The man even reads the law to them.
I got a dog too. I love my dog as well. So when an officer does contact someone, they're required, especially when we believe that there could be a criminal offense, to identify.
82.03, I think it is. This is what this country's become. This is what this country. You guys are like addicted to IDs, and you don't even know the law. Here, you know what? I'll stop. I'll look it up.
Go for it.
I'm going to show you because you'll be very surprised.
Look up build ID.
Yeah, no. Very identified. A person commits an offense if he intentionally refuses to give his name, residence, address, or date of birth to a police officer who has lawfully arrested the person.
They see that.
The police officer has lawfully arrested the person. Request, I will. Request you can be suppressed here.
When you do that, the consequence, now we have to impound your dog, and we don't want to do that either. You said you love your dog.
Yeah, that would be retaliation.
No, sir, it's not. We can't leave the dog.
If you guys
here.
want a massive lawsuit on your hands, I mean, you got
that retaliation. We can't leave the dog here in the dog by itself.
Really?
Garth, as the man identified himself, showed the law to the supervisor, but he didn't understand it at all. Now he was threatening the man to impound his dog. Soon after that, the female officer tried to gaslight Garth.
We were called out here to investigate.
Sure, and you investigated. You realized the dog was not in distress.
To complete that, I'm going to need your identification.
That's not the way the law works. You
You
have
are
this
prolonging
addiction
this.
to ID. I'm not prolonging this. This is unlawful detainment.
This is our duty. We have to identify you.
Show me the law.
You just read it out loud.
I know, and you're not understanding because I just read it to you.
I know. We understand it. We do this day in and day out.
Okay. So, you agree with me. The first part says I have to show my ID if I've been lawfully arrested, right? You agree with that? You guys are not even...
You just read it.
Okay. And the second part says I cannot give away false name. It does not say anything. Guys, really, I'm surprised. I mean, the way YouTube is now, I'm surprised you guys, the way YouTube is now. These videos are all over YouTube about the ID thing.
Is that where you get your education from? Is from YouTube?
No, I get it from Texas statutes, actually.
Okay.
You can see that she was just itching to get this man arrested. The supervisor goes one step further to illegally obtain Garth's ID.
There's two simple things.
You just admitted on camera that you're running my VIN to get my ID.
Sir, we run tags all the time.
Yeah.
That's what occurs.
That's not a VIN number. It's a tag.
So we get the identification of the owner.
I'm in a private parking lot right now.
So how do we know you own this vehicle?
Well, I just opened it up. My dog's in there. I mean,
You own the vehicle?
Sure.
We don't know that.
And now we have failure to identify.
No, you don't. My goodness, ma'am, you need to really get educated. Why won't you read it? I wouldn't lie to you. Just look it up. You won't even read it. That's how bad it is that you won't even read it. I'm telling you.
I'm out here with someone that I do not know who I'm out here with. I'm not going to get distracted in a cell phone or a computer.
To read the law?
Yeah,
You'd rather just arrest me?
I don't need to read the law.
Apparently, she doesn't need to read the law, because what she's doing is unlawful. FYI, Officer Haley was on the force for only 3 months when this incident happened. As soon as the supervisor went to make a call, Officer Haley's true colors showed.
A lot of people died for us to have these freedoms and not, for the police to just not walk up on you and just start demanding your papers.
I walked up on you because there was a criminal act that appears to be committed. Okay? There is a dog in the car, 95 degrees.
Is it sunny outside?
It's 95.
Is it
doesn't
sunny?
have to be.
Is
it
it
doesn't
sunny?
have to be. You know how many dead dogs I pulled out of the car?
Yeah. Was it sunny when you did
know
it?
what?
How many dead dogs have you pulled out at night?
Oh, plenty.
Really?
Plenty.
Really? How many?
Yes.
How many?
And prior
Tell
to
me.
law
How many?
enforcement,
How many?
I was a vet
How many?
technician. I
How
worked in
many?
the
How
ERs
many did
and
you pull
had
out
to
at
try
night?
to
Tell me.
because
Physically.
people like
I wanna
you
know. I
think
wanna know.
that it's okay
People like
to
me?
keep dogs in the car when the
People like
sun is
me?
down because
For
you
15
think
minutes,
just because
when you cool it down to freezing, Right before, I mean, it was really, really cold in there before I got out. I do
don't
that
know this.
intentionally.
I'm here to do my job to investigate, and you're hindering that.
How are you gonna? What you're trying to do?
I need the identification, and right now the dog is having to sit in the car even further.
Yeah,
because
you really don't care about the animal, do you?
You will not identify
you really
yourself.
Don't care about the animal,
I am here to do my job.
You're here to get my ID. That's all you want.
I need your identification to complete this process.
It's like crack, you guys.
It's required.
No, it isn't. Would you freaking read 3802?
Don't shine the light in my eyes, so I need you to lower it.
Is it lowered enough?
No, I need you to lower it so it's not shining in my eyes.
Is it lowered
Just
enough
like
now?
I would not turn down.
Okay, I got to turn the. Would you read it? It's right there. No, it's right there. You're not even gonna read it.
No, I am not.
Do you realize
I'm
how
gonna
bad
stand
this,
here with
Do
you.
you realize how bad this is gonna look in court?
That's fine.
When you refuse to read the statute.
I am on a call. I'm not burying my face in a computer.
To find a law, you don't care. You think
I don't
you know
have
the
to.
law. You don't have to. You don't have to know the law.
I already know it.
You
I already know it.
You do not know this.
Her fragile ego didn't even allow her to read the law, because she knew if she read it, she wouldn't have any means to continue her crimes. Eventually, the supervisor came back and made a decision.
After you're long and gone from here, sure. And then if we have to contact you again, that'll be why.
All right.
Okay?
Sure.
You are free to go.
Go home, take care of your dog.
Please look up the law tonight.
Garth was free to leave, and the officers had to walk away with their tails between their legs. Garth eventually contacted the chief, and his reply was to blame him for prolonging the stop. Since then, Garth has hired an attorney and will most likely file a lawsuit soon. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to cover that lawsuit when it happens. That's all for today. If you liked the video, subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and while you're here, check out this next one too.
Do you guys exchange text messages? How do you guys communicate?
FaceTime. She'll FaceTime me at night when I'm not around.
Here's where I'm going to be brutally honest with you. There's your phone. And I'm pretty sure you know what some of those pictures are about.
Because right now, you know Stephen killed her. You know Stephen's been raping her. You know without her body, can he be charged with murder?
I don't know.